remember my very first time here when I got on the plane. It was my very first time on a plane ever. I was nervous. I just sat on a random seat and this guy was like, you're in my seat. I just thought you just chose the best seat you could find on the plane. But it turns out you were assigned a number and a row, and yeah, I remember everything, what I was wearing, what my hair was like, how nervous I was. It never goes away, really. It was exciting. I never liked labels, but I know for a fact that I am a black woman, I am Haitian, and I'm proud of being both. But I never liked for people to say they liked me because of those things. I wanted them to say they liked me because of the things I did. In terms of me being American, I won't deny that, but I think I appreciate so many things, because actually one of the big criticisms I get now is just that I think when I started wearing head wraps, and that was through high school. In Haiti we tie our heads, but they're not African printed head wraps, and so when I started wearing them in a certain way, my dad was just like, what are you, African now? And I was like, we were always African, you know, like we were born in Haiti, but you know, we're of African descent. So there are so many things I appreciate in so many different cultures. In African culture, in Nigeria for example, women wrap their heads as a sense of pride. The bigger it is, the more lavish they look, or the more luxurious the event. They match it with their attire, their makeup, the jewelry. So in different parts of the world, tying your head means something else. In Haiti, women tie their hair a lot. But women of the lower class, the women who work in the streets, women who are working with their hands, in order to protect their hair and to leave their hair out of their faces, they wrap their heads. So that's what Fanm Djanm ties into, that manual labor. And then I take it and I modernize it and I say, we are strong too, even if we're in New York and we're not necessarily doing the same work, but we deal with different issues and we do different things our own way. I started sourcing my fabrics from a business that imported fabric from West Africa, and I wanted to use mainly local businesses. The first 10 minutes I launched, I had my first order, and they just kept coming in, and I was just like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I didn't even think about packaging then. I didn't think about like how I was going to ship it. I didn't know about anything. I was panicking, and then I started crying because I was so overwhelmed, but tears of joy, of course. Before the earthquake happened, I've had people ask me where Haiti was, and it's right there, you know, and they're like, where in Africa is Haiti? You know, and then after the earthquake, then everyone just remembered the earthquake. So when I said I was from Haiti, they were just like, oh, so how's your family? Which is great, you know, they have that sign of concern, but we are more than that, you know? And I think that's the drive in a lot of younger Haitians. So my business, I named it Fanm Djanm, specifically because of that. You don't know what Fanm Djanm is, and you can't pronounce it, but if you were to see it, you would ask me what it is, and I would tell you, oh, that's Haitian Creole for strong woman. It's kind of like that, like a sisterhood in a way. So you see someone wearing it and you approach them, you're like, oh, I know of this company, and they start talking. Some people they meet at my events or they become friends just like seeing someone wearing my logo or like what it means on their t-shirt. I don't necessarily think what I do should be praised. I think everyone should aspire to do these things or even better. After you do one thing, when you're really scared, I'm not saying that I'm never scared to do anything, but right after you do it, you realize it's not that bad, and then you have that adrenaline rush and you just want to do more, you know? My personal style is a mixture of things. I love vintage, I love prints, any kind. African prints, retro, I love colors, and I love texture. So all of these things, sometimes I have all of the above or just one that I'm focusing on. It's like that interaction with people. That's what style is about, you know, whether it's like this unspoken interaction. It's like you know a lot about someone through their style and how many bracelets they wear. I like looking at things like that. So in 5 years, I'd like to create more jobs, create my own prints, work with women in Haiti, but most importantly, I would like at least to inspire some women to create their own projects and tell their own stories, because I think it's really important. I just want people to think of me, I joke around when I say that, to think of me as a fairy.